Hey guys, it's Courtney and Seth here today, and today we are back at Carolina Harbor at Carowinds. We are back to show you guys what's new and relax, so if you'd like to join us, let's go. Alright guys, so we have made it. We're about to go through security and scan our tickets up ahead, and then we will be heading to our cabana for the day. Alright guys, so we are going to head straight to our cabana, and I'm pausing a bit because of the copyrighted music, but here's a quick look at the map. So as we head to the shore club where our cabana is, we are passing Blackbeard's Revenge. It is one of the classic sets of slides here. You have body slides and tube slides. Alright guys, so we made it in, and unfortunately the pool is down right now and has been all morning. So we canceled our cabana reservation, you know, since this pool is not in use right now. But we're going to go over here and try to film one of the empty cabanas just so you guys can see it. Alright guys, I think this one would have been our cabana. This was the one that had the season pass rate. So as you can see, there's plenty of seats. We have that cooler there. We also have some seating in here. We've also sat here, I think last year when we came with some friends. You have a TV, some waters for you and your group. And this is slightly different, or slightly bigger, I should say, than just the standard cabanas over here. Surprisingly enough for us, it was actually cheaper to get the bigger one because there were, like I said, season pass rates left. But let's go ahead and walk around the rest of the park, and hopefully this pool will be open soon. Alright guys, here is the menu for this year. They have their cocktails, the cocktails that come in the little fish bowl. They have alcohol-free options and just water and soda. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go with the shark tank and hopefully get one of these premium floaters on top. And let me ask Seth what he's going to get. And Seth's being plain, he's going to get a Michelob Ultra. But we'll show you guys once my premium cocktail with the premium floater is done. Alright guys, so here is my drink. I couldn't get the floater, you can only get that on the frozen cocktails. But this looks very similar to an Ocean Attack at Universal, and I think it has pretty similar ingredients. But good news, the pool just opened, so we're going to head back in now. Alright guys, so welcome to the Palmetto's Boathouse Bar in the Shore Club area. Seth and I are just gonna chill right here for a couple minutes. We got a nice shady spot in the pool. The bar is open now, but we already got our drinks. So I think in a minute we're gonna go get a snack. So we'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
All right, so kind of already dug in a little bit, but we did go by and grab us some lunch here. Courtney got the chicken tenders. Those were $17.99, but we used our food plan. And I got the hot dog, which was a foot-long hot dog with fries. This was $16.99. And they also have pizza at that same station. But typical, you know, this is, you know, some typical amusement park food, but it's pretty good, especially we're still kind of chilling in our little spot on the pool here and chowing down. All right, so we're just a little bit further from where the adult pool is, but we're gonna kind of walk around and look at everything as we go. And here's Pirates Landing, one of the water play areas. This is one of the smaller ones, but they do have lifeguards here watching, making sure everybody's safe, but definitely fun if you got some little ones. And directly across from that is Kitty Hawk Cove, which it's just a little zero entry kind of a pool, and they've got a couple different splash areas over there as well amongst some loungers, and there's its own changing room there. And just past that is Coastal Currents, which is the entrance and exit for the lazy river that they've got. And And they've got a Rita's ice stand here. And this seems to be fairly popular. Storm Surge. They've got tube slides and body slides. And the original wave pool here, Tidal Wave Bay. And this wave pool has its own cabanas that you can rent. You see them along each side, but specifically right there is where you can pay and rent those, or if you prepaid. But it's a pretty good sized wave pool, and they've got a good amount of umbrellas here, so looks like a good place to hang out if you weren't going to get a cabana, because there's plenty of shade, and shade seems to be a luxury around here, especially when it's 97 degrees like it is today. And here's a closer look at the wave pool. Alright, and now we've reached the Harbor House, which has some options that the other stands don't. Instead of just chicken tenders, burger, or pizza, they've got cheeseburgers, shrimp basket, salads, and various different sides. So we stepped in to get a specific look at the menu and the pricing. They've got ribs, shrimp, burger, tenders, mac and cheese, potato salad, tomato and cucumber salad. To me, those two options would be really good on a hot day. And of course, they've got ice cream. So we've already passed a few locker stations, but I did want to mention that they do have locker rentals for your stuff if you want a nice, safe place to keep it as you're walking around. And here are the prices. And right here at the other wave pool, they've got the newer and larger cabanas that you can rent. And right here is where you can pick up your rental or pay right here if you didn't prepay. But the wave pool, pretty much the same thing there. But on the opposite side of that, over at Schooner's Beach Bar, Courtney's sitting over there. We're gonna look and see what they've got, because I think they've got some different options than the other bars. And it seems to be the same. Maybe the frozen cocktails. Actually, they've got Jack and Coke Frozens here. And then some of the same frozen cocktails that were at the other bar that we visited. But the main thing that I see that is different is the rum bucket. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. For $19.99, but it looks like they've got a Passion Paradise, Voodoo, and Trippy Hippie rum. So Courtney's going with the Trippy Hippie one. It is pineapple and mango. All right, here's the Trippy Hippie rum bucket. It looks really good, and the multicolor does, I guess, match the description of the candy sweet finish. But it looks good. It's got a straw and a little umbrella.
All right, guys, so we just got home from Carolina Harbor. We decided to leave a little early just to go ahead and get home. We were a little bit exhausted, but it was a pretty good day. It started off a little rocky. Seth and I did purchase one of the cabanas in advance. We got there and they didn't know if or when the adults only Shore Club was going to open, and we did purchase our cabana specifically for that area, which you can do on their website. So we went ahead. They didn't give us, any issue or anything with refunding since it was specific to that area. But then about 30 minutes later, they actually ended up opening the pool area. But since it was empty to begin with, we already had like a seat for our stuff and everything. So we said, okay, we'll save the money and put it towards something else, maybe for this summer. But we had a good time as far as like the weather and everything, and I guess our expectations from years past, from going to Carolina Harbor and especially going to the new adults area. It was up to par. Nothing had really changed as far as that goes, so it was like the same relaxing atmosphere.
Yeah, it's our favorite spot in that whole park.
And I think we were just talking to folks, and that they didn't even know, oh hey, my kids are here. And I wandered upon this, and it's awesome. And we told them that we had been a couple of times, and that it has had some really good reviews. We did talk to a couple people, you know, about some of the price increases. I know in like some of the drinks and the food, which we definitely noticed that as well. So just be prepared for that. They do have like their prices of food, and I think some of the cocktails and stuff online. So as long as you're prepared for that and you are, remember, they're cashless, you should be fine. And I know Seth already commented on the food, but you know, chicken tenders and hot dog, it's you know, nothing fancy and very like the same as you would get like in the park. If you want something else like from Terminal A, or like I was thinking about the fried shrimp place that's near Aeronautica, we would have to exit the water park to go get that. So we just ate in-house. They did change the cocktails though at that section, in the adults only section, I think around the park as well. Like last year I know they had like the Dirty Myrtle that wasn't on there anymore. But they did have like a version of an Ocean Attack that we get from Universal, which was basically just like a fruity tropical pineapple orange juice type of drink with, you know, it's blue, and they put the grenadine in there, you know, to look like blood or whatever. But it was cute and it was pretty good. But my favorite was the Rum Runner from the, what's the bar? It's the beach bar up near the front.
Schooner,
yeah. And it came in a bucket. Bucket was really cute. Fair warning, do not hold it by the handle. We were warned by the bartender before walking off. But it was a cute little souvenir, you know, instead of those little cups. We have plenty of those. This one actually said Carolina Harbor. And
that was nice.
Yeah, it was something we didn't have before. But overall, nothing really too new. It's going to be like in years past, you know, when you've went. So if you're looking for consistency, you know, nothing's really changed as far as that goes. Kind of the same old relaxing summer spot, and we're super excited that we actually got to go. We tried to go opening weekend, and the rain, you know, unfortunately rained us out. So we were glad we were able to squeeze in our first visit, and hopefully not the last this summer. But anyways, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like this video and comment. Let us know if you plan on visiting Carolina Harbor this summer. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Carowinds, beach, pool content coming soon. So until next time, we hope to see you on the next adventure. Bye.